Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO 44 coming at you another video. All right, so the score was 127-116. The Clippers got the victory in their crib, and it was exactly what I expected. No Bron, and you just could not get anything going. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not actually how I saw that game, because Bron would have mostly helped the offense, and I don't think that was the issue. The Clippers shot 59% from the field, 51% from behind the arc. Defense was your problem. I don't know too much about the stats, man. I know Kawhi Leonard walked away with a triple-double tonight, second of his entire freaking career. And I believe there was 10 assists accredited to James Harden as well. I think Terrence Mann had like 17 points. I think AD had like 26 points. Cam Reddish had 9 points. Also a twisted ankle. Probably won't see him for a little bit. Austin Reeves did not shoot very well tonight, man. 2 of 8 from behind the arc. Not very good stuff. D'Lo got in the 20s range. Definitely liked how he attacked this game. Loved the blocks. He had like 3 blocks tonight, I think. No, that was Cam Reddish who had 3 blocks. But he did have a fantastic block on James Harden that I thought was the highlight of the night for us. Anthony Davis got swarmed. He attempted 21 shots, so I'm not going to sit here and say he didn't attempt enough shots per se, but I thought they did a really good job on him, and I thought we should have been hunting out more opportunities to get him the ball than we were able to. Austin was aggressive. He attempted 14 shots. I think he was like 5 or 14 or something like that. Not very efficient overall, though. I think that was kind of where we were really hurt on the offensive end, was Austin not being efficient. Kind of was glaring. But to be honest with you, the biggest pet peeve for me tonight is in the box score. It's Christian Wood. He had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 points on 2 of 2 shooting, and only got 13 damn minutes. He didn't miss a shot. He was killing the boards and was making plays for other people and couldn't get more than 13 minutes, Darvin Ham. Like, this is the type of crap that I look at who he did play, and it's just like, man, he gave Max Christie 10 minutes. He leaned basically on 5 people all night long. And one of those people, of course, was Taurean Prince. And I keep saying this. Taurean had a solid game. He did some good things. Helped in the defensive stats, this and that. But the problem with having Taurean on the floor too much is that he's very limited. So if you have him out there for 33 minutes in the game, that means they got 33 minutes of looks at him. And that's not good because he's an average player. This is what I said about him all season long, man. And it's not his fault we lost. He wasn't the worst player on the floor. It wasn't like he was the weakest link per se, but it's just the point. Like, if you're going to have average stuff on the floor for most of the time, then your result is going to be an average result. And that's the whole problem with this situation. Is Darvin is like, he's one of those people who's like, I believe in my guy. And that's fine, fam. But believe in him with less minutes accredited to his name. Believe in him while giving Christian Wood half of those damn minutes, and you get more production, because Christian Wood is not an average player. Christian Wood is above average. But he got the minutes you should have gave to the average dude, so that we could have got the extraordinary production that was clearly accredited to Christian Wood tonight. Per 13 minutes, he had 7 boards. It's 48 minutes in the game. If you give him 33 minutes, he probably walks away with almost 20 rebounds on a night like this. With what? On an assist average, he had 4 assists. He would have had, how many assists is that? And he hadn't missed the shots. How many, if he would have attempted 10, 12 shots, how many points do you have? So it's like, these are the type of things where you look at Darvin Ham and say, this is why people want you gone, fam. It ain't personal. It's just because this is the result of what we get when you're coaching. You just do stuff that just ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't see it, man. But I'm telling you, this is the night where you look at what Christian Wood is doing and you leave him on the floor to continue to do it. He was making plays. He was rebounding the ball. He didn't miss a shot. He was playing good defense, and you didn't let him play more than a quarter worth of basketball, and you lost. That's it. That's what happened. And it's because you want to play Taurean Prince. Vanderbilt was out there for what? 35 minutes? Fantastic offensive rebounding, but he can do what he does from the three, fam. You know he can do what he does from the three. And you could put Chris Wood at the 4. And don't give me no three-point shooting bull crap issues, because Chris Wood can be the one that makes up for the three-point shooting, because he can shoot it. And he hadn't missed no damn shots tonight. And if they would have left him back there with the way he was going, he likely would have hit those threes, and they would have been creating trouble for themselves by leaving him open. Plus, you have more length on the floor to create problems for them defensively, for which he's improved defensively dramatically. And you still got Vando doing all the stuff that Vando does. I thought Vando was fantastic on the offensive glass tonight. I thought he was absolutely and utterly energetic for the Lakers. It really was not somebody I wanted to see off the floor. So I was happy with his minutes. The problem was he really was having issues. Turning the ball over, fast break issues. Plenty of fast break issues, man. We could just see where we miss LeBron James real bad tonight. Because, boy, did them guys run the fast break terribly tonight. I liked what D'Lo was doing for the most part, but he missed some real chippies, man. And some of them shots he missed down the stretch were the ones we really needed to keep close to this game. You know, we got to a point where we were only down by 3 points, but you never actually thought you were close. And it was one point where our team, see, you gotta be mentally tough. When the referees call a foul, and then they overturn it in favor of the Clippers, and then Norman Powell hits a 3. It's like we've mentally collapsed in that situation. And if you're trying to win a game like this, you got to stay sharp in those moments. You can't let that be what closes the door on you. And that's what it was. We just showed our mental weakness in that situation. I thought it closed the game off. But on a night where the other team is cooking like crazy, like they were above 60% from the field majority of the night, and you're sitting a guy who's 100% shooting the ball? I just understand that, you know what I'm saying? And half of the team didn't even damn play because you played Max Christie 10 minutes. Rui, I don't think got a lot of minutes tonight, if I'm not mistaken. He only really ran 5 people, man. If I'm being completely honest with you, the guy only ran 5 people. It was Austin, it was D'Lo, it was Prince, Vando, and AD. Those are the only people who really touched the floor. Everybody else just got in here and there, not really left out there to do a whole lot. And like I said, you know, when it comes down to it, you were never really that close. You're going up against 4 Hall of Famers. 2 of them got MVPs. You're not actually beating them without LeBron James. It was you know, we were fighting though. I thought we fought very well. It wasn't like there was no fight out there. I thought guys were aggressive. I love the fact that D'Lo is still on fire right now. So, you know, that was good to see him continue to keep himself in high spirits and his value high. But you know, I'm tired of Darvin Ham's rotations and his choices, man. I'm tired of this. I can't see my guy Christian Wood with 7 freaking rebounds and only having 13 damn minutes on the night, fam. Having missed no shots and had like 4 assists. All that production, and you only gave him a quarter worth of basketball. Like I can't see that, and then I see myself losing by what, 11 points? You think he couldn't have made them 11 points up by himself the way he was playing? That's where we at with it. I'm at a loss for words, man. I don't blame Bron for not wanting to play in this game because a statement needs to be made of some sort, man. I don't think his ankle was hurt at all. I think he's just fine. I just think that he wanted to show us, you know what I mean, just how bad of a team we could actually be without him. You know, and how necessary it is to do what it is he wants us to do, which is make some trades and fire this coach. And with the Bucks firing their coach today, the Lakers should do the same tomorrow, man. Ain't nothing else to see. There's nothing else to see, fam. I don't need to see no more of this from him, honestly. And I'm not saying it was just his fault tonight. This wasn't his worst coach game or anything like that. But I'm just sick of the fullness of all of it. All of it is bad. All of it. It's been bad for about. Truthfully, it's gone. It went bad about 3 weeks ago, man. And now we're just continuing to sit here while the front office is twiddling their thumbs, man. That's how I feel about it. They twiddling their thumbs and they playing around with LeBron James like he won't dart on them, and he may. He just very well may. And we're gonna be stuck with our roster looking like this next year. This is what your team gonna look like next year if LeBron James just leaves. If anybody really wants to know what the statement was that he made, that is what I took from his sitting. This is what you look like if I walk out the door. So please don't take me for granted and do what it is I'm asking you to do. Because if this is how you want your rivalry week to go next year and for the foreseeable future while I'm playing for the San Antonio Spurs or the Magic, it can happen. All your value you thinking you have with me on this team, this is what your team is going to look like without me. They couldn't run a simple fast break half the damn time, dude. They're settling for 3-point jumpers, coach sitting hot hands, stuff like that. That's what you're going to have if you don't make the changes that I'm sure he's trying to get everybody to make. This was a very, very winnable basketball game. You give a few guys a few extra minutes of rest and let the hot hand from the bench play a little bit. You let guys play a little more tonight from that bench. Just get something else out of that bench other than what you tried. And give Taurean Prince no damn 33 minutes. D'Lo, I think, played literally like 40 minutes. I know the Clippers didn't play their best game tonight despite shooting so well. Their defense wasn't there. They had no answer for Anthony Davis in the paint. Who they guarding him with? Daniel Tice? Like they had the gang guard him, basically, swarm him in the paint. We didn't give him the ball enough. And we couldn't get any stops, man. But I bet if you would have left Anthony Davis and Christian Wood and Vanderbilt on the floor, you would have had the length to clog their paint a little bit. You would have had the length to kind of guard them a bit better. I think that. But how could we do that? We needed Taurean on the floor. We needed him there. Why? I don't know why, but he needed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could do all this stuff that helps us, but then what about Taurean? Then he won't get his 35 minutes again. So, of course, we got to forego all the stuff that goes well so that he can play. Now, never mind that he twisted his knee at one point in this game and was hobbling. You think the coach would take him out? Of course not. Because if he takes him out, he's not on the floor, and that can't happen, right? Never mind Taurean's in pain and literally ain't, he's cool when he's healthy. He can help us, but when he's hurting, he's like not. But, I mean, he got to get his minutes. God forbid we put Christian Wood on the floor who was on fire. God forbid we put Max Christie on the floor who only attempted 2 shots tonight. God forbid. We try Skylar Mays, who literally had like a double-double against us earlier in the season when he played for the Blazers. God forbid we put any of these people on the damn floor. I mean, at the end of the day, we just played 5 people like they were all we had. That's it, man. We played 5 human beings down there against a Hall of Fame squad with players coming in and out of rotation left and right. Terrence Mann coming off the bench, Norman Powell hitting shots. They played everybody. Ty Lue put everybody in the game. We saw Coffee hitting big threes, and the same people who was getting cooked by the starting lineup was getting cooked by the second unit, getting cooked by the third unit. He just kept the same people on the floor, never switched nothing up ever. They was putting fresh legs on the floor, all this. Everybody hot. And he just kept running the same people. Maybe you put Rui in a little bit, yeah. Other than that, yeah, that's it. You're going to see Taurean, Vando, Austin, D'Lo, and AD. That's it. So while you're getting all these fresh legs and you guys coming in feeling good, not sweating no more, having drunk and hydrated, not our dudes. He running into the ground like his name is Thibodeau or something. Because, of course, that gives him the best chance to play Torian all his minutes. Because if he had to swab those other dudes in, then how could Torian get his minutes? I mean, I got to be somewhat reasonable, right? So, yeah, we're below 500 again. Like I said, this ain't about Torian sucking or anything like that. I actually don't think Torian played that bad. It's just the fullness of the season and how this rotation has struggled because of his need to play Torian Prince, and how Torian Prince necessarily can't have certain people on the floor with him. Certain stuff can't happen because Torian's not that great defensively. Torian's our best shooter, but Torian can't necessarily put the ball on the floor. So it's like certain things have to rotate around Torian properly so that we don't have absolute hell on the floor. And you saw in the last game with Portland, when we didn't have Torian, how good our team looked. Because we had different elements on the floor that weren't, accentuated, or rather the opposite of accentuated, digressing because of the weaknesses of Torian having to be the mainstay in the damn rotation. Having to be the revolving door around everything else, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's not revolving door, but everything revolves around. He's like the sun. Torian's the sun, and everything needs to revolve around him. That's what I'm trying to express to you all. So, if for some reason we benefit from having a rotation with other players, we can't do that. Because Torian needs his minutes. I mean, what the hell are we doing? Gotta be reasonable, Laker fans. So that's what it is, man. We are the Los Angeles Princes. I want you all to understand that. We are not the Lakers. This is the Prince show, and he's the guy. So that's pretty much what I gotta say, man. Game ball goes to one of the Clippers, man. I don't know, one of them. Who is it? I guess I give it to Kawhi since he was so very efficient tonight. Triple-double, second of his career. I think I get him the game ball. And, we go as Prince goes, man. What are we, 21 and 22 or something like that? Is that our record? That's what it is, you guys. I mean, obviously Cam Reddish needs his minutes as well. He played plenty off the bench, but of course he got hurt halfway through the game, so we couldn't keep him on the floor. I like the defensive stats. Ironically enough, most of the players that we played had defensive stats. We had steals. A couple guys had blocks. You would think we actually played defense tonight, the way the statistics will tell you. That's why that's a little bit of a, that can sometimes mislead people. You look at the stats sheet and it looks like the Lakers had a very productive defensive night. But if you look at that basketball game, we barely got any stops at all. Russell Westbrook was shooting threes very well. I mean, you wouldn't know that he had so much trouble when the floor is purple. You turn that floor black and he's like he's in a different place. Imagine how that works. It's all psychological with that guy. I promise it is. But yeah, man, I'm extremely irritated, man. I do not like losing to anybody, but when we lose to the Clippers, it's especially irritating, man. And we can sit up here and blame Bron. I think a lot of people will blame Bron. I think a lot of people, including myself, don't think there's anything wrong with him. But I get the statement. I understand the urgency. We can't be the Los Angeles Princes and expect to win anything. We really can't, man. Featuring a guy on a $7 million expiring contract because his coach just happened to have coached him when he was with the Hawks. Cam Reddish used to play for the Hawks too. It's like, dog, I don't have time for Darvin's rookieism, man. This is rookie coach stuff he's doing, man. Honestly, that's really what it is. I'm not saying we could have won this game if we would have had a different coach, because Ty Lue is really good and his team is really good. And like I said, we fought. This was not a game where the effort wasn't there. This wasn't like the Nets. We played hard, but we were never actually in the game, man. When we were down by 3, I said to myself, I said it out loud, we're not actually going to win this game. We're going to play a close game or we're going to freaking lose it. Because we don't have the talent. But even more so, we're not going to use the best of our talent because Torian needs his minutes. BDL 44, I thank you all for watching. I'm out.